Southeastern Comal County, Texas, centered around the agricultural communities near New Braunfels, Solmes, Zorn, and the lower reaches of York Creek, experienced a year shaped by national progress, local resilience, and growing tensions between tradition and modernity, agriculture and weather. The early months brought moderate rainfall, a welcome relief after several unpredictable seasons. Cotton remained king in the region, especially in the flatter, blackland-prone areas east of New Braunfels. Farmers also produced sorghum, corn, and small herds of cattle, but cotton prices were volatile, leading to cautious optimism. Spring floods along York Creek and Draco Creek, though mild, exposed ongoing concerns about erosion and infrastructure, especially the condition of wooden bridges and low water crossings. Some German Texan families began experimenting with alfalfa and orchard fruit inspired by agricultural bulletins distributed by the State Extension Service, Community and Culture. The German-speaking heritage remained strong, with Lutheran and Catholic congregations holding bilingual services. Social life in 1911 revolved around the grange halls, churches, and dance pavilions. The Snorfous Singing Festival in New Braunfels drew record attendance, highlighting the enduring pride in music and cultural heritage. Meanwhile, more English-language newspapers and school texts were making their way into rural classrooms, signaling a slow linguistic shift among the younger generation. Education and infrastructure. Rural schoolhouses such as those in Solmes Zorn and Mission Valley struggled with funding and attendance, particularly during harvest season when children were needed in the fields. However, Comal County commissioners approved modest improvements to road maintenance and bridgework, with growing debate over whether gravel or Calic was more sustainable. There were whispers of extending telephone lines deeper into the countryside, but most households still relied on mail and telegraph for news, crime, and politics. 1911 saw increasing scrutiny of prohibition, which stirred fierce debate in Comal County. Though saloons were still operating in New Braunfels, dry advocates, many aligned with Protestant denominations, clashed with wet factions rooted in German Catholic and libertarian traditions. A sheriff's deputy was briefly in the spotlight, following a dispute over illegal gambling at a private gathering east of the Guadalupe River. The matter was quietly settled. Regional and national influence. The Mexican Revolution 1910–1920 was increasingly felt as Taino families in southeastern Comal County reported relatives displaced by violence across the border. Laborers who once migrated north seasonally were now arriving year-round, leading to informal housing clusters near rail depots. The San Antonio Express and Neue Braunfelser Zeitung regularly printed dispatches on the conflict, stirring both sympathy and anxiety. In some, 1911 was a transitional year, rural but no longer isolated. Southeastern Comal County straddled its 19th century roots and a 20th century trajectory, where cultural preservation, economic uncertainty, and infrastructural progress danced in delicate rhythm.